Taurus. This is your mid-month check-in. I hope that everything is going well with you since our last reading a couple of weeks ago. And now I wanted to just check in. The reading I did a couple of weeks ago for you, a broad reading that coincided with your lunar return. So that's the moon in Taurus. Now we're going to do it sort of halfway through and at your personal full moon. So usually, as you know, the full moon is all about lunacy, right? And things go crazy. And sometimes we get halfway through the month and things kind of fall apart. And so I want to do, an intention setting reading at your new moon and then kind of check in with you. And so this is the check in. I hope you're doing okay. As I remember from our last meeting, and if you didn't watch that video, you can check it out and get the background of what I forecast for this month ahead. Of which we're right in the middle of it now. And, uh, uh, that there was like, what if all your dreams came true? And then what do you do? Like, what if you went on a vacation, you had a great time, and then you come back and now you're sitting at your desk? And so maybe we're at that moment where you're sitting at your desk thinking, oh, boy, I had such a good time. Or, some good things happen, and now you're feeling like the responsibilities are catching up to you. That was the forecast from before. So let's see where we're at today. I've done a 3-card spread here. I've done a Brotherhood of Light card in the middle, and to give you the sense of the energy, archetype card, and a Sacred Destiny Oracle card for some inspiration. So we'll turn them over. Okay. So the Brotherhood of Light energy card that you got here is the 8 of Coins. So at the core of this card is about fidelity, like staying true to yourself. It could also represent some kind of lawsuit or marital trouble. I hope that's not the case for you. But in all of those cases, one must remain true to your ideals, to your values, and yourself. So this is reminding you to be that person, okay? It also could represent some kind of escapism in the sense of a flighty love affair. And if you're having a challenging time, having something exciting and wonderful happen wouldn't be the worst thing. Okay, so that is one possible interpretation. Sorry, some images just keep coming. Sometimes they come like one at a time. Like I'm looking at a slideshow, and other times it's like 1,000 images hit me all at once. Um, so. Uh, you got to dig yourself out of the hole. If you're feeling like you're in a pit, dig yourself out. Okay, so that's a way we stay true to ourselves, is to dig down when it's tough. And I remember at the end of your last reading, it sort of suggested kind of like a depressed turn of mind, or sort of a like feeling bummed out, right? And so this card is related to that. This 8 is in the Brotherhood of Light is Capricorn, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And that card, the Ace of Swords, is also Mercury and Saturn. And so I would like you to come back to source. Okay, what is the thing that gives you the most value? Well, what makes you feel value for yourself? What do you value about yourself? I'll find the words eventually, Taurus. But stay true to your ideals, stay true to yourself. And if you're going to have some fun, go ahead and have some fun, but don't hang your hat on it. Okay? It's okay to having fun is a great remedy for feeling bummed out. I'm 100% behind that. I think what this is suggesting is like, don't mistake that for something permanent. And obviously, if you are in a committed relationship and you value that, not to go against those values, right? Try to find some fun. Okay, let's see what the archetype holds for you. I always ask like an archetype that you could drop in. The river. Okay. Went down to the river. That's a beautiful card too. Rivers flow, right? Rivers keep moving. Rivers, they rise and they fall, right? It's like a metaphor for living life. And I opened it right to the exact page. Usually I struggle with the Roman numerals, so anytime I open it to the right page, I think, oh, thank you, Spirit, you're helping me out, especially in this short reading. Let me read what the river says, and hopefully this will provide some guidance for you, especially if you're feeling stuck, or you're feeling, or if some harder things are happening to you, like the idea of a lawsuit or something like that. There's a reason so many rituals of change and rebirth take place in the river. It is forgiveness embodied in physical form. Without asking anything in return, the river washes away what is no longer necessary, soothing over sharp edges and accepting all of our mistakes and grievances. Once we step in, we are no longer in control. The river carries us farther down the stream of transformation than we plan to go. Its waters have a special gift for reflecting back to us a new and dreamlike vision. Once the tears have passed, we see ourselves as we haven't before, with a little more lightness, grace, fluidity. Keep in mind that you stand within the river. Keep in mind that you that stand within the river is the real you. The real you. Fidelity. Mhm. Fulfill, full of deep emotion and potential. Anything, nothing to hide, nothing to judge. May you drink in the sight of your true self. Oh, I love that. So this is all about staying true to yourself, right? Fidelity. That's the core message here. And acceptance, grace, reflection, and forgiveness. And staying true to yourself, sometimes you're required to forgive yourself. Okay, Taurus? What inspiration spirit do we have for Taurus? I had diligence. Keep going. Okay? Do not give up. Diligence. I love these little readings. This is exactly what I would do for myself each day. So I'm happy to check in with you on this. And sometimes, you get a big spread and it gives you lots of information. It's hard. These are symbols, right? So it's not always clear what each of them mean right away. It takes some time sometimes to. This is diligence fallow field, right? So a fallow field is a field that's left to overgrow, to replenish the soil to grow again. That's a great metaphor. You got a river, you got a fallow field, and this idea of staying true to your ideals, your real authentic self. Let me read this. There are times in life to step forward and take risks, but there are other times to be patient, step carefully and slowly, and know that the benefits you will gain in the future will be worth it. Be attentive, meticulous, and persistent. Use this time to plan for action steps in the future. Be diligent and consistent at each step as you move forward. This idea of consistency is echoed in this card. I mean, fidelity could be to yourself, to a person, to a career, to other people, right? Staying true to yourself or true to your ideals or your beliefs. By doing so, you will harvest remarkable results in the years ahead. This is not the time for instant gratification. Absolutely not. I really feel like you had some instant gratification. Maybe it wasn't instant, but you felt gratified leading up to the last. It was in the past and in the present, and this idea of some potentiality. And then I use the metaphor, that it was like being on vacation and then you come back and you wish you were still on the beach. And I think, this is saying to me, you just stay true to yourself. Okay, stay true to yourself. Your diligence will pay off in the future tenfold. This is the time for deliberate organization. Clean house, clear clutter out of your life, be thoughtful about how you spend your time, and discerning when choosing with whom you spend it. Discerning with whom you spend it. Okay, clear out relationships that do not support you. Okay, Taurus, listen, everybody likes things to go smoothly. Smoothly, swimmingly, and smooth. I put those two words together, smoothingly. And some ice is falling off my roof. I wonder if you heard that, or it's the gods weighing in on that, on my made up words. Okay, stay true to your ideals. Okay, you might not be having the greatest time of your life right now. It might be a bit of hard work, or you got your head down, or more than anything, it feels like you're just waiting for the next thing to happen. And sometimes after things happen, we go through a little period of waiting. The field is fallow. Okay, but that process, that idea of letting the field be fallow, inherent in the next cycle of growth. Okay, peace to you, Taurus, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks and we'll do another new moon. Thanks for being here today.